Welcome to this demonstration of the Neutrophil Segmentation tool. My name is Sebastian Gilbert. Today I will be taking you through the steps that you'll come across when using this tool and explain the interfaces and properties of this plugin. After you've downloaded the appropriate files and placed them in the correct folder in the Fiji directory, first go to Plugins and scroll down until you see the Neutrophil Segmentation. Once selected, this user interface will pop up. First, you need to select an input image or video. This is something that is similar to other videos and images that you wish to apply the classifier to later on after segmentation. I'll be using this image. Then we need to select an output folder. Here I've created a folder on my desktop, and this is where our binary images, our classifier model, and our results from our measurements of the segmentation will be saved. The last two are minimum size of a phase dark neutrophil and minimum size of a phase bright neutrophil. This is to get rid of any parts of the segmentation which we know are too small. The values I've put in are 88 for the phase dark and 33 for the phase bright. These are measurements in microns, and these have come from applying the Neutrophil Segmentation tool many times and estimating these values to be of good use. Next we click OK, and we are taken to the trainable Wicker segmentation window. Now, the first thing to note is on the right hand side you can see that we have categories or labels to add to the phase dark, phase bright or background. We do this by drawing on our image and click the appropriate category that it relates to. To run the process, you need at least 2 traces for each category. I would recommend drawing 3 traces for each category, as this is proven to be, as I have found this to be an ideal number for initial amount of traces. If the items you are trying to trace are too small, use Control and the scroll button on the mouse to zoom in to particular places of your image. Continue until you have all the traces you desire. Once you are done drawing the traces and classifying the traces into appropriate categories, click the OK button. This will now run the segmentation, the trainable segmentation. This window will pop up. Now we need to choose which type of phase of neutrophil we would first like to look at. Let's begin with dark. Pressing dark then puts us through to this window. You'll also see that the ROI manager should also appear. If not, just check your opened windows. And we can see that regions of interest, highlighted in yellow, represent the phase dark neutrophils. Check to see how well the classifier is done by clicking here on the Show All button. Clicking back and forth, you can identify any weak spots of the classifier or any parts that have been missed. This may be too tedious to do by hand, and there are too many inaccuracies of the classifier. Click OK, and this window will pop up, asking you whether you would like to retrain the classifier or identify a different type of neutrophil. We would like to retrain the classifier, so click Yes. we're taken back to the trainable worker segmentation window. As you can see, we are given an overlay. The classifier model would segment the image into 3 categories: red being phase dark, green being phase bright, and purple or magenta being background. This can help identify the areas which, for example, it hasn't been too good at categorizing or categorize incorrectly. But if you prefer to not have this, we can press toggle overlay and we go back to the original image. Then from there we do our editing, deleting by double tapping our trace, adding as before, pressing OK. We're still looking at phase dark neutrophils, and we're taken back to this window and can carry out similar tasks as before. Once we're done with phase dark, we can press OK, and this time we'd like to identify a different neutrophil, so press yes. Use the same classifier, and now at this window we would like to identify the bright neutrophil. Again, we can see that it's identified spots. It's given us the regions of interest. Again, if you can't see the regions of interest manager or ROI manager, just double check your open windows. Again, we can carry out similar tasks as before. If we're not happy, we can press OK and retrain the classifier. If we are, however, if we are now satisfied with our classifier model, we can press No. All open windows will be closed. The number of iterations that we have taken shown to us, and the results window, the ROI manager, and a log of the trainable worker segmentation program is left for us to look over. Now we can check what has been saved into the output folder. As you can see, we have saved 3 different types of files. The first are the binary images for the phase bright or phase dark neutrophils, with the iteration number relating to the iteration of the classifier model used to create them. Then there is the classifier models used to create the segmentations, and finally the analysis and measurements of the regions of interest for the individual segmentations, bright relating to phase bright, dark relating to phase dark, with the iteration number relating back to the classifier model it was associated with. Well, thank you for listening and following this demonstration of the neutrophil segmentation tool.